So, here's the general idea. I'd have all these thoughts, and possibly people are interested in hearing my thoughts. That's it. So let me know. Apparently, I have a great voice. Wow, I hear that all the time, and that's the main reason that I think any of you will be listening to me. Now, I'm going to try and keep this as coherent as possible, and I'm going to try and keep it as clear as I possibly can from fuck, shit, and all the other swears that I will inevitably bugger up and say. Bugger up is not a swear. Bugger is a perfectly reasonable and natural word, although, yes, it does in its verbular form mean to anally penetrate something. That's a different issue. It's a very British thing, and I'm afraid I regret I am British. Anyway, that's the idea of the plan. That's the thought. I'm going to try and unedit these as much as possible. I will try and occasionally skip the giant holes when I get more into it. Hopefully I get more into it because, quite frankly, at the moment, I don't seem to be that into it. And I would love to get this sort of stuff animated, even if it's with just random images. But for right now, I'm probably going to be uploading it with a single image, maybe a couple of images changing or some unrelated video, just because people on YouTube are like that. Although one of the things I always like doing with YouTube, especially with music or things like this, I should talk a little bit more slowly. I need to make a note of that. I started writing post-it notes recently. This is still this is still the pilot, the plot, the concept. Slowly. So yes, so that's an area that I could have removed as I'm writing down this word. Actually, I've written it backwards for some reason. I've written slowly talk, big capital letters on the bright pink post-it because I lost the yellow ones. I found the yellow ones. So yeah, a little bit scatterbrained at times, especially if there's been any kind of narcotics involved, whether it's caffeine, alcohol, or marijuana, as they are generally the only narcotics that I imbibe. And yes, they are all three narcotics, and I won't accept any other description. Now, I'm going to have to listen back to this, which I really dislike doing, just to make sure that everything I've said has come through clearly and concisely. Oh, I suppose I could normalize it. That's a great idea. See, another idea. I don't have these ideas unless I talk about them. I mean, that's the real thing for me. Norm. Oh, I spelt non. I really don't have great handwriting. This is still the plot. Yes, this is still the channel entry video. I don't know what you call it. There probably is a key word for it. I could look it up, but if I looked it up, I'd get distracted by about a bazillion things, and I wouldn't get it done. I still have to work out what we're going to call the channel. I'm going to hope and aim for something like plausible in propriety. No, plausibly inappropriate. That was it. That's what I was going for. Something like that. Because I may be inappropriate in my thoughts. I may be crazy, but I may not be. I'd be interested in finding out via the internet, which is not obviously the best medium for this, but it's a fairly good one for it at this stage, at least. And we'll see how I hold up against the horrendous abuse, although that's something I've never understood. I've worked in social media and I've worked in modern internet-based companies, and I never understood why I could never tell my clients that bad press is good press. Any press is good press. If someone's angry about your channel, they care. If someone's angry at your product, they care about your product. Use it. Love it. That's the way forwards. Anyway, that'll do as a plan. That is the idea, and some of the quality in voice will vary depending on whether or not I've recorded it on the fly, for example, as I'm out on the streets, as I'm having a crazy adventure. I don't think my adventures are that crazy, but I need to talk slowly. Now, you see, I've written it down, but put it at an angle that I can't read so clearly. Now, wait, I'm going to stick it to the microphone boom, because that's somewhere I'm never going to look. No, that's really stupid. Anyway. Talk more slowly. I'll stick it there, right there. Slowly talk. Ooh, a channel name, Slowly Talk. We'll consider that as well. We'll see what the name ends up being anyway. I'm just going to make sure the audio is fairly normalized across this recording, and then I'm going to upload it as soon as I create the channel. I hope you've enjoyed this taster of what I'm here to bring you, and I really hope I can get some animation-y type things, because otherwise black screens are just going to look such a shit channel to begin with. See, I swore. Although I did swear at the beginning, so that's allowed in this one. And let's cap it out at 5 minutes. Ooh, I'll try and keep them all at 5 minutes, but I Bet you I missed that. So with 8 seconds left, don't forget to subscribe and all that other jazz that I will have to say at the end of every video, despite the fact that I hate it when I get to listen to it myself.